All right, make sure everything plugged in. We back. Lions lose to the Packers of Green Bay 42-21. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about the turning point and some other things that need to be addressed. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We had a lot of people that was optimistic about the Lions season this year, and what I said the NFL sells optimism more than any other sports or entity in the world. All right. Everybody is optimistic. Everybody said, "Oh, the Lions improved. They brought in Danny Shelton, and they brought in that guy, and he's going to be an underrated free agent signing, and Okuda is going to come in and make a day one impact." And there's two more rookies that look better than Okuda, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about the box score. I'll start off with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers was 18 for 30, 240 yards, 2 TDs. He was sacked one time for 11 yards, okay? Aaron Jones went the F off, 18 carries, 168, especially the carry right after the half. He's put in 2 TDs. Aaron Jones, once again, led the team in receiving. 4 receptions, 68 yards. Valdez-Scantling, 3 catches, 64 yards. Jones did pour in the touchdown, and then Robert Tonyan put in the other touchdown. Devontae Freeman was a non-factor, left the game with a hamstring. For the Lions, Hockenson, he had 4 catches and only 4 targets again this week for 62 yards. DeAndre Swift had 5 catches, 60 yards, 5 targets. Cephas had 3 catches, 54 yards, 3 targets. Marvin Hall had 1 catch for one touchdown after the game got out of hand, 24 yards. Marvin Jones Jr., 4 catches, 23 yards. He had 6 targets. Amendola had 7 targets, only caught 2 balls, 21 yards. And defensively, let's look at it defensively. The Packers, Zadarius Smith had a sack. Rashad Gary had a sack and a half. Vernon Scott had a sack. Preston Smith had a half a sack, and they totaled 4 sacks. And the Lions totaled a grand total of 1 sack. Okay, nobody else registered a sack but Jamie Collins Sr. I thought he had 2 sacks, but I guess when Rodgers gave himself up, it wasn't a sack. I don't know. Yeah, let's talk about the game. The game started off pretty good. The Lions put up 14 points to Green Bay's 3 points in the first quarter. They came out looking sharp. They ran the ball with Kerryon Johnson. They committed to the run, came out, looked good, looked real good. And then they came back down and put another touchdown up as well, too. And it looked good in the first quarter. It looked real good. And I think Darrell Bevell was good at, the first 10 or 20 plays is orchestrated, you know what I'm saying? It's orchestrated It comes out of the playbook. They know exactly the first 10 or 20 plays they're going to call. And it seems to be no more adjustment for the Lions, you know what I'm saying? There's just no adjustment, and you just don't get it. You got the second touchdown to Marvin Jones, and after that, they shut Marvin Jones down. And they battled in the second half, and then Rodgers eventually he gonna put up some points. He had a touchdown pass to Aaron Jones in the second quarter, and then this is where the fun begins. The end of the second quarter, I think the Stafford take a sack. Then you had a holding penalty. In the red zone, in their own end zone, they had a holding penalty, and then they punted and they gave Rodgers 54 seconds left, and then they threw a pass and somebody got another penalty. Will Harris got 2 penalties in a row. I think he got 2 PI penalties, and they gave the Packers 30 yards, and then he threw that pass to Robert Tonyan. He scored a touchdown, and that was the turning point. That's when everything went all bad for the Lions. When the Lions, you can't put it all on Will Harris. When the Lions sat there and they wasted a drive when they could have put the time out, I think Stafford might have took a sack and they got a holding call, and it just bad in their own end zone. And I was listening to it on the radio driving back home. I had to drop somebody off. Driving back home, and you kept hearing Lomas Brown and Dan Miller. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Lomas Brown got on the Lions being too conservative. He said, why would you run it? Why won't you do a screen pass, this, that, and the third? They gave the ball back to Aaron Rodgers, like Dan Miller said. Too much time left. Will Harris gave him 30 yards. They come down, they score, and then instantly out of halftime, Aaron Jones takes the ball for 75 yards, runs it right up the middle, and after that, what is it to be said? Pick six by Stafford, you know what I'm saying? And that's the game. You could talk about the other things. He threw a garbage time touchdown to Marvin Hall. Looked like they was going to mount a comeback, and then Aaron Rodgers said, no, no, no. And for the most part, I think Aaron Jones ran that last touchdown in. For the most part, you want to put it on coaching. Give me a minute. You want to put it on coaching. You want to put it on Stafford. You want to put it on Corey Euland. You want to put it on Darrell Bevell. The team was just awful all the way around. On the line, the Stafford I just think we can start off with him. He was just never a great quarterback. He cannot sustain a drive. He cannot consistently sustain drives. We done seen it with Linehan. We done seen it with Lombardi. We done seen it about Jim Bob Cooter. We done seen it with Darrell Bevell. Now, we done have 4 offensive coordinators here. And he can never consistently go up the field like Brady and Rodgers and chop it up. The one year he had Linehan when he had a career year, that's smoke and mirrors, because with that situation, when they was playing from behind, he didn't have no pressure, and he was just chucking it up the field to Calvin Johnson. Stafford has never consistently went up the field and put the ball in the red zone in his almost 12 years being in Detroit. That's a fact. They should have drafted Tua last year. This is what I was saying. He could not consistently. He is not a great quarterback. He is not a good quarterback. Stafford is a slightly above average quarterback. Great quarterbacks can consistently sustain drives and put the ball in the end zone. You want to blame it on the running game? You want to blame it on the offensive coordinator, coaches, the organization? But ultimately, no matter who came in and out that door from an offensive coach standpoint or the head coaching standpoint, Stafford is not that guy. He cannot put the ball in the end zone on a consistent basis. He can give you 14 points, and then he has this dead period. Then he has another dead period. Then he might give you a touchdown. And the Lions have lacked explosive plays for a very long time, since Barry and Calvin left. They don't have game breakers. This team is too slow for Stafford's skill set. Stafford needs guys where he can get a ball to them and they can make explosive plays. Because when we get to the red zone, when it gets to stringing drives together, Stafford fails in comparison to a lot of really other good quarterbacks in this league. And tell me that I'm lying. Now people want to say, well, we think we need to get rid of Stafford. I mean, the writing been on the wall for 7, 8, 9 years, about Stafford. About 5, 6, 7 years. The writing's been on the wall. I've been saying it, but everybody, CJ, you a Stafford hater. If you didn't get it done in year 11, year 10, year 9, year 8, year 7, year 6, year 5, a lot of teams would have moved on from Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? And people say, well, he didn't have Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay wouldn't have made a damn difference today. He would have made somewhat of a difference, but it wouldn't have been a competitive game. And I'm going to explain that and keep going on. But I've been told y'all they should have took a quarterback last year. Now they're in a position where it may even be better to take a quarterback, because you might have a new coach, a new GM coming in, and Stafford don't have no guaranteed money. You can cut him, you can move him for a pick, and not be in the, not have any dead money, from what I understand. But like I said before, people want to battle me and say, some people reach out, oh, do you want to battle this guy or debate this guy about Matthew Stafford? Fuck no, for what? I'm at a point where ain't no point of debating these people out today. Everybody gonna have their own opinion, but guess what? The truth will set you free. You see it today. Stafford threw the pick 6 and just threw it up there. He threw a pick last week. He took an ill-advised sack last week. Now you see the fans on social media. I just let them speak. Now they starting to see, I think we in the Lions group, we need to get a new quarterback. Stafford, I've been saying it for 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't working, and you ain't winning for 11 years, you have the record he has against teams 500 or above, it's time to move on. I've been saying it, but everybody going to have their own opinion about Stafford. I've been told y'all it's time to move on. Maybe in a different, universe, a different reality on a different team, he can kind of do some things here, but this organization needs a special quarterback, probably a mobile quarterback, to really take them to the next level, open up the run game, and do some things that modern quarterbacks do and get away with. To be honest, Gardner Minshew looked like he a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. He had a good game today until he threw the pick that deflected at the end, but excuse me, let's carry on. All right. I don't have no words for nobody on the offense as far as the running backs or whatever concern. They got behind today. Kerryon ran well early on, but he just looked like he's slow. He looked like he running like his feet hurt. You ever seen a girl at a wedding or you at a cabaret or something of nature, or you were at a family function and the women of the family or the women at the party or at the cabaret, they take their heels off and they start walking on their stockings or their socks or they put their flip flops on. That's how Kerryon Johnson run. Like he got stilettos, pumps, in the club. He running like he got like high heels, like he just took some high heels off and his feet hurt. Cut back. Oh, he run like his feet hurt. Get him out of here. It's done. He'll be cut tomorrow. He sucks. Adrian Peterson got more juice in his legs than Kerryon got in his whole body. Get him out of here. All right? We can continue on Hockenson. Hockenson had 5 balls last week thrown to him. 5 targets. 5 of them. Guess what he caught? 5 of them. Today he had 5 targets. How many did he catch? 5 targets. What is Darrell Bevell retarded? Offensively retarded? Because you had your number 1 threat that had the best matchup all day. He had 5 catches versus a good Bears defense and 5 targets. Why didn't this kid have 20 targets today? Everything should have been predicated on TJ Hockenson getting the ball off the run game. Like I said before, Darrell Bevell do not know how to abuse an offensive weapon like TJ Hockenson. It makes no sense that this guy had 5 targets again and 5 catches when he didn't caught every target that's been thrown to him. What was the point of drafting the guy if you wasn't going to use and abuse his ability in games of divisional games and games like this? It makes no sense. I'm done cooking on that aspect. Obashe for making a holding call, I think, in the red zone. It is what it is. He had another stupid PI call as well, too. It is what it is. You drafted Logan Stenberg. You drafted Jonah Jackson. You cut Obashe, whatever his name. You cut him. But then you bring him back and he starts over Logan Stenberg. So why did you cut Obashe, whatever his name is, and Stenberg wasn't ready to step in and start? Makes no sense, right? So if Obashe was the better player, why not put Stenberg on the practice squad? Backwards again. Marvin Jones, he proven again. He ain't a number 1. If you don't see it, I know you see it. It's going down like Jock. Kenny Galladay is the number 1 receiver. Marvin Jones benefits from playing with Kenny Galladay. He benefited from playing with Golden Tate. He cannot get separation consistently. He is a player 2 ass dude. He's a number 2. Okay? You see Danny Amendola today. Without Kenny Galladay, you see a lot of guys you really not being able to step up. Cephas is still doing a good job, but they don't know how to use TJ Hockenson. Go to defense, you know what I'm saying? Can't stop a run, can't stop a nosebleed, don't get no pressure. You know, the guy's just running through the line. He walks in, dum 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 dum. You know, he coming in like he going down the Soul Train line. You know what I'm saying? He just Aaron Jones he's running through the line like it's wet Charmin tissue. Oh, he might go up 75 yards. Aaron Jones. Come on, man. Where you at? Where Jared Davis at? Where Tavai at? This is your 11 people you handpicked on defense. Can't stop the run. Can't stop a nosebleed. Can't stop a runny nose. Can't stop Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. At the end of the day, somebody caught a nice pass on the corner. Darryl Roberts. Somebody just mossed him. You know, and then your boy Jeff Okudah. Oh, y'all say, the Lions should draft Jeff Okudah. I just know it's CJ. They should draft Jeff Okudah. You just hating because Jeff Okudah's a good corner. Man, Marquette, what's his name? Valdez-Scantling. He gone. If he didn't step out of bounds, he'd still be running. You know what I'm saying? He gone. Will Harris, y'all draft. He gone. Personal foul. Come on, man. Where Trey Flowers at? Where he at? Deshaun Hand, where he at, bro? He was supposed to make this thing shake like a milkshake. Where he at? Jamie Collins, he made some plays today. Okay, but what was Jared Davis at? You know, Danny Shelton is a very underrated pick. Oh, you know, CJ Hayden, you know, they needed Danny Shelton to shove up the middle, and he going to be better than Damon Harrison. He know the system. I don't know what system these dudes know. I can go through them all. Wasn't no Nick Williams today, ain't no excuse. The day was running on Nick Williams last week. All right? Then you look at it today. You know, Trey Flowers, what'd he do? Nothing. Danny Shelton, don't even remember hearing his name. Deshaun Hand, what he was doing. Who else you had out there? Okoro Romeo, did he play? I know Julian didn't play. Jamie Collins, Jared Davis, Tavai, Christian Jones, Will Harris, Deron Harmon had a breakup. Tracy Walker had a good breakup. But really, what they doing? Jeff Okudah, Daryl Roberts. I mean, Amani O'Reilly. It's looking bad out here, man. It's looking bad out here. You know, Matt Prater missed a long field goal. You know, it's looking bad, man. Whoop that trip, man. It's looking bad, man. That's DJ from Hustle and Flow. It's looking bad, dog. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, man, the dead man's game ball go to Patricia, Bevel, Hewlin, and Stafford. I'm telling you, I told y'all about Stafford. Everything got to be right for Stafford to be successful. I told y'all Stafford wasn't shit. I said, hey, take Tua. You up that high, take Tua. People say, oh, no, take Jeff Okudah. And I told y'all, when you get up in the top 2 or 3 picks, it's either left tackle, pass rusher, or quarterback. Or a special running back or a special receiver like Calvin. You know what I'm saying? Told y'all. Matt Patricia, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. If they fire Matt Patricia right now, I'll put some respect on Sheila's name. I'll go buy some Lions gear. Matt Patricia should be, he gone. And my Mike, but he should be gone. Shame, 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 like a washing machine. He should be gone. Why is Matt Patricia still here? If they fire him now, I have a new level of respect for the Lions organization. This is the same thing you went through year 1, year 2, year 3. He's trash. He's garbage. He don't know how to teach how to stop the run. His defense is trash. And he gonna, watch, they probably pull a move like fire Udlin. Like I told y'all last year, Paul Pasqualoni, he was a scapegoat. Watch, they probably fire Udlin and upgrade little Matt from little Matty from the analytical department or assistant DB coach and put him as a defensive coordinator. Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia should be fired expeditiously. I mean, they should get their pink slip as soon as they get on the team plane, the team bus. As soon as they get to the hotel, it should be right there with the do not disturb little thing that go on your hotel wall. Matt Patricia sucks. He is garbage. And I said, oh, give him the benefit. No, he needs to be fired right now. I changed my mind. He needs to be fired right now. There's no improvement from last week. They came out with a little urgency. Out of the halftime, they came out like they was tired. They was dead. He was running this team in the ground in training camp. This is why you got so many injuries. This is why they got tired last year. This is why they got ran over by the New York Jets year 1. They tired. They beat down. They don't motivate it. They don't like him. You let this dude sit here for 2 seasons, going on 3, and get rid of your best players. How you tell me a rookie cornerback is going to be better than Darius Slay? You said, oh, we're going to take Deron Harmon and Will Harris instead of Quadre Diggs. Mistake. Okay? You sat here, you got rid of Glover Queen. You got rid of anybody that had a voice. You brought Harrison in, made us lose a 5th-round draft pick. He ain't nowhere to be found. All right? Keep going on and on again. You took all the best players and got rid of them. Remember, they almost cut Marvin Jones the first year because apparently, he wasn't with the program. Patricia need to be fired. Bob Quinn need to be fired together. Matt Stafford, this should be his last year here. Them 3 got to go. It's time to start over. And you've invested so much money into players that the next coaching staff and GM not even want to keep. Taylor Decker, trash. I've been saying it. Okay. You brought Justin Coleman here. You paid, who else you done paid? Trey Flowers. You done bet Danny Shelton here. You done bought all these dudes that ain't gonna worth the shit. They supposed to know that system. It don't know like they know a Nintendo 64, an Atari, a Sega CD. They don't know Sega Saturn. They don't know They don't know no system. Matt Patricia should be fired as we speak. I will respect this organization. As soon as they open up their doors, I'll buy tickets to 2 games. They fire Patricia right now. I don't want to see a little slap on the wrist where they're saying, oh, you know what? We're going to fire Corey Hewlin. No, we already seen that with Paul Pasqualoni, whatever his name was. We seen it with him. Patricia need to be fired now. Bob Quinn need to be fired now. And they need to be considering taking trades for Matthew Stafford. Soon as Stafford get to his first win, so you want to go 0-16, Stafford need to be traded expeditiously. Stafford needs to be gone. You can't lose Stafford like you lost Barry. You can't lose Stafford like you lost Calvin. You can't lose Stafford like you lost Ndamukong Suh. You know, like you lost Ezekiel Elliott for nothing. I mean, Ezekiel Ansah for nothing. You can't lose Matthew Stafford without showing. If a 7th round, 6th round, 5th round, he needs to be going this year. Jeff Driscoll is almost beating the fuck, came back and beat the Steelers, you know, with the Broncos today because Drew Lock got injured. No excuses. They need to be fired. I'll be back later with some more Piston content, maybe some more Lion content, depending on some of the one-liners they give us in the press conference. I appreciate everybody for checking into the channel. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, call, response to your video request. Anytime, Twitter and Facebook is the 2 quickest ways. I'm really on IG. Want to make a donation? Cash App, $CJ Good313 on Cash App. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share this video one time for the one time we gone.